Hi everyone and welcome back. Today I'll be showing you every dividend I received for the month of May 2020. This is one of the multiple sources of income that I have that can easily be replicated. It'll be a slight repeat of last week's video. You'll see the same stocks, but I do think it's cool to see a real life example of funds coming in. At the end of the video, I'll also be going over an example of growth dividends that I own. These are stocks that I've held on to for so long that the dividends are showing increases every year. Everyone can tell you what to invest in and what to do. I'm showing you that I'm practicing what I preach. Anyone can talk about passive income, multiple sources of income, but this is someone actually doing it. This shows you that it works. I've been doing this for years and I'll continue growing this account. Before I get into it, please thumbs up the video and subscribe to the channel. I know I say it every time, but please let me know of any other topics you'd like me to cover. Let's get into it. Looking first, let's go to this is my Questrade account. As you can see, from the whole life of my Questrade career, I've had around 714 dividends come in, but I've only transferred my dividends in around 2013. So I used to trade on this account until I realized day trading wasn't my thing. So from my TD Bank account, I switched everything over here to my Questrade. So let's get into it. For the month of May, we'll do backwards. This is Questrade kind of does reverse chronological order. First stock, TransAlta. I received $27.18. Next company, Bank of Montreal. I hold this company in two different accounts, my margin and my TFSA. So I've received $24 and $184. Royal Bank, again, I own this in two separate accounts, $21.86. MPLX, this is $31.62. This is in US dollars. So when I calculate it, I'll be converting it at 1.3, which is a reasonable FX rate from US to Canadian. Next company, First National, $22.91. Exchange Income Corporation, $48.64. AltaGas, I do own this twice, $6.40 here, $7.12 here. New Residential, this is in US dollars. This is one of the companies I mentioned in my last video that cut their dividends. They cut their dividends by 95%. So right now you only see $3.32 US come in. Next, it is, I skipped Emira, $54.51 Canadian. We already said AltaGas. SmartREIT, this is the first company I've ever purchased. They pay monthly dividends, $43.94. Slate, they also cut their dividend. This is $20.98. Omega Healthcare, do you see here how it's coming out as a negative? It shows up twice. I hold this in my margin account because of the withholding tax. As you can see here, the negative non-residence tax withheld. It's around 15%, I believe. So you'll see negative $7 US here, but a positive $47. Northwest Healthcare, $79.34. This is monthly. Killam, $13.03. First Capital, I do own this twice, $12 and $11. Choice, I also own this one twice, $19.92 and $39.90. Lastly, for this month is Apple. They pay in US dollars. They pay quarterly. This is $11.85. Now the total of all this, if I convert these ones into Canadian using 1.3, I have $838.75 for the month of May. Now annualized, I just took this times 12, around $10,000, $10,064. Keep in mind, this might be a little understated. So I calculated April, it was $833, but what I'm predicting for June is around $940. So this is a rough estimate. I'm at $10,000 for the year. Now keep in mind, this is a good start for a portfolio dividend. It's obviously not finished. I'm hoping to get this amount 5 times when I'm done. Maybe if I do get 50,000 a year, that after tax, let's say, what would that be? Some of it would be sheltered. Let's say I get 30,000 after tax, 35,000. I would be able to live purely on my dividend income, assuming all my other investments can kick in some funds as well. So this is a good start. $10,000 a year. I would like to see this 20,000, 30,000. Maybe by the time I retire, I would like to see this portfolio give me $50,000 a year. Now onto the second part of the video, I'd like to go through dividend growth stocks. So I will show you an example of companies paying dividends every year, but increasing every year. This is what I talked about in my dividend investing series, part 2, drip and dividend growth. So if we scroll down to one of the first companies I've ever owned, Smart REIT used to be called Callaway, but it is the same thing. So in September 2014, I received $23.87. Now, if we take a look at 2015, just a few months later, the dividend increased to $24.68. Interesting. Now let's take a look at 2016. If I find Smart REIT, okay, so in 2016 they converted to Smart REIT, but it's the same. You see same 185 shares here, 185 shares for Callaway. So let's go back to 2016 Smart REIT, 25.44. This is 3 years straight the dividend has increased. Let's go to 2017. Smart REIT, 26.98. It's another increase. Okay, let's look at 2018. Where is it? 27.75. Let's look at 2019. 28.52. So every year my dividend is increasing. Let's take a look over here. I've zoomed in on this Excel just for anyone on mobile. Let's take a look. Callaway Smart REIT. This is all the dividends I've listed since I've owned it in Questrade. Take a look at the increase. The increases are so it looks like every year it's decreasing, but if you take a look at the amount, 77 cents, 77, 77. So it's increasing by the same amount every year, but since the numerator is getting bigger, the percentage increase looks smaller, obviously, just basic math. Since I've owned it from 2019 to the current year, from the current year to 2019, 19% increase. They're increasing their dividends every year. Keep in mind, this is monthly. So I'm not just getting $23 for the year, and I'm not getting 77 cents extra. I'm getting this every month. And keep in mind, some companies increase for 50 years straight. I'm not saying this company will, but if it does, take a look at the growth. That's why a lot of people say buy and hold for the long term. Let's look at another example. You can probably already see the other example I'm going to show you. Let's go. I believe I switched TD Bank to Questrade in 2016. So 2016, let's look for TD Bank. Bear with me. TD 1680. You can see here we have 28 shares. 28 shares. 1680. Let's look for 2018. TD Bank. TD Bank. Come on, don't let me down. TD Bank, 28 shares, 1876. Let's look for 2019. $28 shares, dividend of $20.72. Let's look for 2020. The most recent month. 28 shares, $22.12. Let's go back to my spreadsheet. So these are all the dividend increases I've received from TD Bank since I've transferred the funds to Questrade. Look at these percentages. 11% from 17 to 18. 18 to 19, 10%. 19 to 20, 6%. Since I've held it, I've received a 31% increase in dividends. This is a real-life example of growth dividends. And these are just some of the companies I own that have growth dividends. I'm just showing you a few examples. These are just some of the companies that, like, which one is it? I keep saying it in all my videos. Coca-Cola, around 58 years of cumulative increases. That's called like a dividend aristocrat. I hate those names, but McDonald's has been increasing. TD Bank hasn't missed a dividend in over 100 years. Not necessarily growing every year, but this is the power of a dividend portfolio. This is the power of growth dividends. That's it for today, guys. I'm just revealing my monthly portfolio. Hopefully I'll be able to do this every quarter or so if I see any significant increases. If I continually buy more dividend stocks, I'll only do a video if I do see a change. I'm not going to show you another video where I'm still getting 800 a month. That doesn't really add any value. It doesn't really give you any update. Please check out my past video where I reveal my entire $200,000 portfolio, and check out my 2 upcoming videos. The first one will be reviewing a few all-in-one portfolio ETFs, and the other one would be 2 dividend-paying stocks to buy and hold forever. Thanks, guys.